let's go.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Giles is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. And George, here we go. And the dunk by Zubats.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And so here's Portland after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year? 88% from the line.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation. We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubats.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Here's George. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson looking it over and stolen by Lillard.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Here's George following the score by Damian Lillard. Great D that time from Nurkic. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
On the wing, Jackson. Plenty of space. And he gets it to go.
Breakdown by the defense there. Jackson, a solid mid-range shooter. You like to push him out further.
Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Portland leading. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones with it. Leonard picks him up.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now the feed to Cantor. Shoots over Patterson. And there's Cantor on the assist by Jones.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On the wing, Morris. Shoots over Covington. Morris, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A three from McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris looking over the floor. Rondo drives in. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his second bucket.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
And here's Jones. No points in the game yet for him. From down low. He goes up again. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Enes Kanter. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in the point. Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. McCollum passes to Simons. And stolen by Patterson. And here we go. Pass to man. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Zubac. Clock at 4. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Cantor trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in, and George, here we go. It's good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Passes it to Cantor. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now, here is George. He's got 6. And there's the pass to Zubac. Stolen by Cantor. Now Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's McCollum on the wing to the middle. Out to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. And a deep three from Lillard. They grab their own miss. Cantor. Kennard against Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Kicks it out to Lillard. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. In the corner, George with it. Over in the corner, Zubac. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Zubac has got his second basket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now here's Jackson. Yes, that goes in.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 19 points.
What a game for him so far. He started out strong in that first quarter and has only turned it up from there.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And the basket by Lillard.
This offense just continues to impress.
Clippers trail by 10. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lillard looking around. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Batum wide open. He fired. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And
hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He ended up with 22 points and 1 steal. And that should do it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Oturu in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Here's Simons. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. And it's in there. Simons has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Right side Leonard. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Simons. Foul for 3. Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Rondo looking around. In the corner, it's Morris. No good from outside. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Powell, the pass to Giles. And the basket is good. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. It's Powell on the wing. Nurkic in the post. Patterson defending. And they pick up 2. Nurkic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Jackson dishes to Patterson. Back to Jackson. Pass to Coffey. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Leonard the pass to Patterson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Patterson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Nurkic. 1:52 left in the third quarter. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jackson finds Patterson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Simons, the pass to Giles. Here's Simons, down low. Now here's Powell. Over Jackson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Patterson, great positioning on the putback.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Powell with it. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. Clippers trail by 12. Leonard inside. Powell on him. And that one's good. Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Simons. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Leonard finds Jackson. And the lead is down inside single digits. Jackson's got 9.
Nice play. Usually Reggie prefers to initiate, but this time gets it done off the catch.
And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Portland. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Ennis Cantor is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Lillard in at the point. George, no good. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's McCollum. Finished off the break. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Lillard against Jackson. Here's Little. Passes to McCollum. Cantor dishes to Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And the Clippers call time here. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits at this point of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. A different look now for Portland. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Little. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
And so Lillard will bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 14 points. The Trailblazers rebound, and Cantor able to finish.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside Rondo. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Lillard on top. He's covered by Rondo. Lillard the pass to Cantor. There's the dish to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Leonard with the bucket.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range. Second shot opportunity. From deep. And it's Lillard again missing. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And he recovers it. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Clippers.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony, and it's Powell in for McCullough.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
There's 49 seconds left in the game. Lillard misses.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now Lillard. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And here are the Blazers. From deep three-point range. Look at that!
Kevin, I'm leaving. I'm
goodness.
gone.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power fit. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's...
put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one, so I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Green, then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
No good from Irving.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Here's Irving. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Dishes it to Harden. Here's Jordan. They kick it out to Green. Here's Irving. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
Pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The putback, it's good on the putback. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Off target with the open look.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Harden surveying the D. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Can't get the layup.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
It's Covington on the wing. Back to Nurkic. Lillard from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 8 points.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Irving attacking, and that one is good.
Almost impossible to stop on the drive at times. I mean, Irving's penetrating ability, just remarkable.
Now, here's Lillard from outside the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard. Irving with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Lillard from outside. Drills it from outside. 11 points in the game.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches him. When they crowd him, he'll pull up the J. When they get too close, he'll drive.
Harden's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now Lillard. He's got 11. Shoots from 12. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
But Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Chioza. And he banks in the layup. Chioza's got his first points in this one. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset. And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Lillard with the bucket.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, one play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Here's Chioza. Covered by Lillard. Chioza, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Johnson. Brown the pass to Johnson. Over Lillard. The kick out to Brown. From 13. Griffin controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Griffin's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
And the timing Griffin has on the glass, he seems to know exactly when to leap up for rebounds.
Lillard attacking, uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 20 points.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Here's Chioza, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
And we're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job.
And it's good, 2 points. Harden's got 10 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard attacking, the rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Irving with it. Yep, that one goes. 6 points for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking. That shot off. Jordan with some nice D. The Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And they take the lead. And the Nets lead by 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Lillard against Harden, and the shot goes in.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
1:12 left here in the second. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. He feeds it to Kanter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Anthony. And now it's 27 points for Lillard. Irving against McCollum. Irving passes to Green. Back to Irving. Fires for 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland leading. 30 seconds left in the first half. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Oh, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over you.
Outside Irving. And Cantor pulls it down.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Lillard attacking Anthony, no one around. And the three off target. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Powell with the steal. And that'll do it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 29 points and 1. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
We've got Tyler Johnson. Aldridge out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. 4 on the clock. The 3 from McCollum. And that one is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And it's Johnson penetrating, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Johnson. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Johnson. With some arc. Outside Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 1.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Pass to Powell. Out to Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the middle. Here's Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
What an athlete this guy is. Griffin making dunking look so easy.
Here's McCollum. That one goes in. McCollum's got 6. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Johnson dishes to Griffin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, Jay, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there. Yes.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Harris is checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Tyler Johnson. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Kyrie Irving. Portland also making some changes. Giles checked in for Jones. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. Superb athlete.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Lillard. For Brooklyn, they've gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. For 3, Harris. Offensive rebound. Back to Harden. Passes it to Green. Nets passing it around. Jordan trying to free himself up. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Giles kicks to Powell. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Here's Lillard. 33 points for him. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Good. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off for the slam. He has just unreal hops.
There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Lillard attacking. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Derek Jones. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Trailblazers on D. They get it back. Here's Jordan out to Harris. Now the pass to Harden. This one for 3. Here's Jordan. Harris outside. Harden outside. Let's keep it alive. Jordan the pass to Green. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets leading by 3. Pass to Jordan. The kick out to Irving for 3. Harris. And the Nets, another 3.
This is what a leader does. Good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
Too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys could pick up some slack.
Poke loose. Here's Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Harden's shot is off. Out to Harris. To the paint. Here's Green. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Nets lead by 4.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Jones the pass to Canner. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's Irving with the rebound.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Harden. And here is Irving. Launches a 3. And Jones pulls it down.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Enes Kanter. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Lillard.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
Here's Irving. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Oh, man, you got to appreciate the poise of Irving. He's always composed, especially on important possessions.
Harden against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Irving up top. Makes it off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Lillard. Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 46 points.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Irving looking over the floor. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Lillard's got 48.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's Irving. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Come on, Irving is a terrific clutch shooter. He welcomes any chance he can to sink these type of shots.
Pass to Powell. Lillard against Johnson. Lillard attacking. Good. That's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Passes it to Johnson. Here's Irving. It's good!
and you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Here's Lillard. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving against McCollum. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Buries the triple.
And they do have a foul to give.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard from deep three-point land. He's off from 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they foul intentionally. It's the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. That's a look at we are.
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks have their transcendent superstar in Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he said, we've got more. We have a great...
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Giles. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Now here's Lillard. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. For 3, Middleton. Lillard with the rebound. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Here's Holiday after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. From downtown, The shot by Holiday, no good. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Over Holiday, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. From past the arc. Middleton can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Giles. Nobody near Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space. Calm and collecting.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge.
A good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
High post Lopez. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. The rebound by Giles.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Lillard against DiVincenzo. From deep. That one doesn't go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Takes the 3. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock. Trailblazers leading by 6. Nobody near Lillard. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Harry Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Middleton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Portis with it. Now defended by McCollum. Ford. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Powell. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
On the basket by Jones.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here is Forbes to the inside. It's tipped. Comes up empty down low.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And so it's Portland. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Jones dishes to Kanter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Simons, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for McCollum.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. There's the triple. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Little's checked in. Here's Simon. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here is Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Bucks trail by 11. Antetokounmpo up top. The kick out to Lopez. The 3. Milwaukee the rebound. Back to Antetokounmpo for the 3. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's Simons. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. Traps in the tray. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Holiday inside the line, off the left rim and out. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here is Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Lopez. Will it go? Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. There's the pass to Little. Here's Nurkic. Passes to Giles. Portland moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. They get it again. Dishes to Lillard. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. Portland was looking great right away. An exceptional game plan helped them open. And that does it for our half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Trailblazers leading by 16. They've got Chris Middleton. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's McCollum. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Well, the Bucks shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Here is Forbes. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here's Kanter. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Middleton looking it over. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
The Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in.
First personal foul. Substitution for the Bucks.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Portland again missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Not going to go that time. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 17. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. McCollum trying to get open. Here's Kanter. Inside, Lillard. Great D that time from Portis.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Count that one.
We don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Holiday, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Holiday focus there, and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Portland with a change here, too. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Lillard. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. So it's Portland now, following the bucket by the Bucks. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Giannis. banked in off the glass. Giannis has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to McCollum. And just miss after miss right now. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Jones sends it back. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. The three for DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 6. Can't connect from short range.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And staying with the play, Middleton.
Chris Middleton can make contributions by using his frame to be a good rebounder. Good effort there.
Here's Covington following the basket by Chris Middleton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Odion Kurucs, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by McCollum. He's got 6.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Connaughton passes to Kurucs. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Antetokounmpo.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's McCollum. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Up in time. Misses the shot. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close. 4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks trail by 7. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, Giles is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. Here is Forbes. Lock at 6. Pass to Kurucs to the middle. Here's Lopez. They get it back. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Lopez serves as an unbelievable case study for someone who changed his game over time. I mean, almost in a season. So specifically, how he added the three-point shot, it's made him such a valuable asset to this offense.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Here is Forbes, covered by Lillard. Tries from the block. Mora, that's good. Mora's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And the basket by Lillard.
And we know it. We've seen it. Lillard's range extends well beyond the three-point line. Hard to keep a hand in his face from that far out.
Here is Forbes. The pass to Nora. And here is Portis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Portis has got his first points of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Simons. Lillard outside. Passes it to Giles. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Simons. No good on the three.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Caruch passes to Lopez. That shot off. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Now, here's Lillard. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And you have to love how Holiday came up big with the shot. That's the kind of leadership you want to see from him.
Holiday against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Dennis Cantor's checked in for Harry Giles. Holiday surveying the floor. There's Portis. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. Here's Giannis. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Look at your watch. It's Lillard time.
Outside Portis. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Fires the 3. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Back to Cantor. 5 on the clock.
Well, he's made some big...
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 3. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Up next, the Trailblazers. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night. It's the GA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Kennard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
George looking over the floor. And it's Portland with the rebound. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Three-pointer. The rebound by Giles. George has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Jones the pass to Lillard. Back to Jones. Batum against Lillard. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
George against Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. 16 feet away. That one a little long.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Changes up. Paul George with the steal. Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Batum wide open. He fires. And the Clippers miss again.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The offensive rebound.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Down low. Back to Leonard. To the paint. Trying to get something going. And the layup good by Batum.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Kennard. And Lillard throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And Ben Gregg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's George. Portland making their last shot. Back to Zubac. And the pass to George. 5 to shoot. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you. The option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Unloads. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kennard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
Powell in the high post. Leonard's there. Outside, George. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Simons. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the... At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Portland out in front. They're up by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start.
I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Jackson. And it's Oturu in at the center position. Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. Lillard surveying the D. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Kennard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Mann. Yep, that one goes in there. Mann's got his first bucket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lillard up top, guarded by Jackson. Lillard, the pass to Cannon. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Mann takes it off the glass. And now a 7-point Clipper lead. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this team.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so here are the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson finds Patterson. And the Clippers miss again. Trailblazers trail by 7 to stop the run. Tips it, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first points of the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Outside Jackson. From deep. The putback. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 1-on-1 here. Here's Lillard. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Simons the pass to Lillard. And it's blocked. They retain possession. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Goes up with it again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Oturu. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Lillard from outside drains the three-pointer. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Kennard for 3. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. 5 points was their big one. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Norman Powell is out there with McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Giles in at the 5 down low. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Portland trailing here. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Giles. Inside, stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. Fires for 3. That one's not going to go. Trailblazers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Cullen passes to Pop. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside for Batum. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Batum's got his second bucket.
More than comfortable catching and firing. You got to be aware of Batum. He has a ton of confidence in himself.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
George against McCollum. Right side, George.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. George against McCollum. Here's Giles. Just 4 to shoot. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Derek Jones. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. And here they come. For the 3. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Rondo passes to Batum. Rondo looking over the floor. The pass to Zubac. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo.
McCollum, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Batum dishes to Rondo. He kicks to Morris. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Batum, great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
McCollum against Rondo. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
They throw good. McCollum.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. Are you kidding me?
McCollum against Rondo. To the middle. Here's Oturu. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Oturu's got his first basket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And here's McCollum for three. Here's Nurkic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And it's a challenge trying to contain Nurkic on the drive. I mean, you can't fault the defense for whacking him.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Powell. Rondo passes to Oturu. Morris kicks to Rondo. The shake. Pass to Oturu. Here's Leonard. And he makes that one. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Cantor with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Simons. And there it is for him.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
A three from McCollum, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, I'll tell you this. When Rondo is zeroed in defensively, he can be a stopper.
And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there. Not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 7. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Patterson.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Yep, it counts.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. There's the 3. Bangs on the trifecta.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
And there's the feed to Patterson. George against Lillard. They get the rebound. Here's Patterson, and he banks in the layup. Patterson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. The three. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Damian Lillard.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
That's the big reason this game is still so close. I mean, he's been lights out from long range.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Lillard against George. And again, Damian Lillard. Lillard's got 20 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Down low and stolen by Lillard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Leonard kicks to George. To the wing right side. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
He's having a great night from the floor. They're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
A different look now for Portland. Giles checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simon. That's good from George.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
This is it to Giles. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. To the right side. Powell against George. George double team. Shoots over Powell. Misses off the left iron. Trailblazers trail by 6. Three-pointer, Lillard. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Giles. Back to Lillard to the inside. Giles kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. Oturu with the rebound.
Bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside to get the best shot possible. That's the way to make the comeback happen.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside for George. Lets it go with a 3. And Cantor pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Jackson looking it over. Outside, Batum. No good with the triple. Lillard outside. From deep. And no good that time. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... The lights of downtown reflect. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. On out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot. And for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Giles in at power forward. Now, here's Lillard. Here's the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Jordan inside. Nets passing it around. Harden the pass to Griffin. Doesn't go that time. And it's Portland the other way. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now Brown after the missed three from Damian Lillard. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Powell against Harris. Beyond the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Harden kicks to Jordan. Harris passes to Harden. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Griffin. Nurkic with the block. Jones against Brown. Powell, no one around him. Offline with his three.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
And finished off by Griffin.
Man, one for the highlight reel. And you see after multiple knee surgeries, Griffin can still get up.
Lillard outside. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Lillard from outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Here is Lillard. James Harden getting it to go from deep. From the arc, Nurkic trying to get open, and the Trailblazers another three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Harden. And it's Jordan to top the key. And he makes good on the layup.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And Lillard lets it to go.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here's Harden. Griffin dishes to Jordan. The putback. Portland grabs the miss. Powell with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Little, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Lillard finds Kanter. Over Aldridge. Kanter's shot is off.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Green, no luck. Portland leading. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good on the three-point shot.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Passes to Llewellyn. The kick out to Brown. Outside Irving. Pass to Llewellyn. Back to Irving. A three ball. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And it was from... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Norman Powell. Cohen is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in the point guard. A three from McCollum. A rebound by Johnson. Brooklyn trailing. Irving attacking. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's Powell on the wing. Tries again. Kanter kicks to Powell. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Powell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here's Irving. The kick out to Aldridge. Shoots over Kanter. Clock at 4. Pass to Irving. From deep three-point range. At the tip. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's McCollum. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Irving passes to Green. Back to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead. Irving looking for an opening. Shakes him. And it's Green missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Powell inside. He's covered by Irving. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Brown is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro, and James Harden has subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Griffin finds Brown. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Nets trail by 5. Here is Harden. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. And that one, good.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
And the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside Jordan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. There's 10 seconds left now here in the second. Now Lillard. 3 seconds left. And Lillard throws it down.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fair. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Basket. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Harris in at the 3. And stolen by Lillard. Powell for 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Powell's got the first bucket of the third here for the Trailblazers. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Down low. The kick out to Aldridge. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 7. There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Harden outside. Nurkic with the block. And they'll keep possession. Harris finds Jordan. Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Kanter checked in for Nurkic. Now here's Brown. Aldridge kicks to Brown. Harris passes to Harden. Shoots over Powell. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Now here's Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. 8 feet away. A second chance effort. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Brooklyn with the ball. Nets trail by 9. Here's Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Powell with it. He's got 7. Back to Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 15.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Harden. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Brown against Lillard. And stolen by Jordan. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from James Harden. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they get it back. Here is Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Harden has a wide open look. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Jones. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Powell for 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Harden dishes to Harris. Here's Jordan. And again, unable to change momentum here. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Simons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trying his luck from deep. A rebound by Johnson. Here's Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Portland.
And so it's Portland, 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got McCollum, Anthony out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Gregg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Gregg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Gregg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
McCollum against Johnson.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Griffin passes to Johnson. Here's Green. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Anthony kicks to Nurkic. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Nets trail by 5. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a switch here for Brooklyn. James Harden, he's checked in for Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland leading by 5. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Whistle blows, bucket is, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Gregg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks, David.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Passes it to Cannon. Three-pointer, Lillard. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight. This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Harris subbed in for Jeff Green. Another shot. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Nets trail by 9. Well, Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Aldridge. Back to Harden. Over McCollum. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And that's 13 points for James Harden.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
Back to Lillard. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Harden missing again. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Lillard outside. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. Outside Irving. And he converts the layup.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Here's Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the... And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Lillard way outside. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Holiday against Lillard. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. Oh, we see a lot of this now.
Now here's Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez and McCollum with the block. And he gets it back. Covington with the steal. It's deflected. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Nurkic finds Covington. Lillard from outside. That one, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Inside. And Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And Lillard gets it to go.
They were pretty tight to start this game. Started out with 4 straight misses. Maybe that one will get them going.
Here's Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option.
Now here's Lillard. From deep. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Bounce pass Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. And another basket for Milwaukee.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
McCollum, no good.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Portland trailing here. And now Portland on the break. Nobody near Lillard. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 9.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Clock at 6. Lillard fires away from way outside. A shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. Lillard looking around. Sinks the triple. 12 points for him.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
Outside, Antetokounmpo to the paint. Here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Lopez, no luck. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside. Had the space there, but it's offline. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now, here's Lillard. 12 points for him. Again, the miss by Lillard. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Off target from outside. McCollum fires from way outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. He got into double digits for the quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the point. Portis kicks to Middleton. The three. And Cantor pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Jones against Middleton. Pass to Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And a wide open look for McCollum from outside off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Tucker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
Oh, man, such a hard worker on the glass. Tucker's energy is very impressive. A true junkyard dog.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. He kicks it to Cantor. The rebound by the Bucks.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Portis. Here's Connaughton. And Cantor pulls it down. The Trailblazers shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. McCollum dishes to Anthony. Shoots a fader. Here's Simons. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Back to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Count that bucket. McCollum's got his first points in this one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Forbes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They grab their own miss. Cantor kicks to Anthony. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. From deep three-point range, and it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Portis. Shooting foul, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And then they continue to control the glass.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Here's Forbes. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
A different look now for Portland. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Milwaukee, Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Trailblazers trail by 7.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team. If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. The Bucks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one misses.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Here's Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And 12 points for Giannis.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lillard from outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up from deep. Oh, good on that one. And that does it for the first half of play.
Kevin, thank you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds. And that'll do it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
They've got Powell, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Giles in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And a deep 3 from Lillard. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Passes it to Giles. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Sinks the 3-pointer. Lillard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Trailblazers.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer him down.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Lillard.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
And Giannis throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Back to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Lillard from deep three-point land. No good that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. Now the Bucks moving it up. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 7. Three-pointer Lillard. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Middleton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lillard against Holiday. To the middle. Here's Middleton. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Lillard misses. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. 9. Powell with the steal. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. And it's Lillard missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. And the dunk by Giannis.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 35 in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Bucks leading by 8. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And here's McCollum for 3. And another 3 for Portland.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line. So he gets them both. So it's Portland now. 7-point differential. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum outside. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Tucker finds Portis. Here's Holiday. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
Here's Connaughton. Gets it off. No good there. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. They've got Holiday. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Bucks working the ball around. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
A shifty player who really thrives on making the right play. Holiday sure runs a smooth pick and roll.
Lillard from deep three-point land. No good on the triple. Bucks leading by 9. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good off the front iron. And for Portland, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Lillard way outside. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Giannis passes to Holiday. That one good for 2.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
The pass to Nurkic. Lillard from outside. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 38 points.
Oh, my word. This is a shooting exhibition. A 3-point barrage for him.
Pass to Portis. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it. There's the triple. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Giannis drives in. And the dunk by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. For 3. The shot off that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way to the wing on the left. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Forbes. It's stolen by Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Holiday against Lillard. Takes a shot at the elbow. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. And Kents are able to finish.
Oh, the experience helping Kent there. He doesn't shy away from taking big shots.
Here's Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Holiday against Lillard. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
On the wing, Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And another 3 for Portland.
Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Knocked away. To take the lead. Cantor kicks to Lillard. From deep 3-point range. On the wing, Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Shoots the 3. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 7.
You gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Holiday, the pass to Connaughton from downtown. The shot by Holiday, no good. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 4. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Drew Holiday.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.